Isn't that a Lady Gaga song? Or no, that's Born This Way.
Hello.
Hello, friend.
It's Gambletown. We're here.
Yeah, hey, welcome.
Going to Gambletown.
We're back. Finally. It's been a whole fucking week, right? So,
Yep.
we're back. It's week 4. It's time to party.
We had we definitely had a kind of crappy week last week.
Well,
In
we
terms
got
of the
got
top
try,
5 bets.
yeah, we got
But
trying to play a weird ass week. But what are
I
you
It
gonna
was a
do?
still
tough
I,
week.
s- I still hit a parlay though and got my millionaire bet.
Yeah, and
Did
that's the thing. Like, your millionaire bet into 2 parlays kind of helped mitigate, like, where I just feel like I broke even on the week. That's fine. Like, I'd rather do better than break even, but I mean, as long as I'm not
And
losing badly, I'll get over it.
right.
And I told you last week. I thought last week I felt weird about it. I loved week 2. I felt weird about week 3. You know how I feel about week 4? I fucking love it. I think this is a good week to bet. There's some very
I
good
think
value
so
out there.
too.
And
I
I
think so
looked at it
as
and
well.
I've seen your I've already taken a sneak peek at your bets. I think this is going to be a good week for us guys.
I hope so. Let's
I
get
always
it.
think it's a good week for us. So,
Yeah.
let's talk about our bets. Let's not even waste any fucking time. Let's just get after it.
All right.
So we're gonna go through our top 5 bets of the week. We're gonna have Waleed start. Waleed, what's your number one top 5 bet of the week this week?
My top 5 bet of the week. I'm going to keep riding the hot hand because I'm technically 2-1 on Roma Dunze on the show. Even though I actually got a better line at the end on him, so I've only made money betting Roma Dunze over, and I'm going to keep doing it because Roma Dunze over 62.5 yards. This is going to be a big Roma week. I feel that in my bone.
I love it.
Okay. So I am bringing back my patented wide receiver system from last year. This is the first week that we have it in. And shockingly, Romo Dunze is the league's number 1 best wide receiver separator against man coverage. So he actually got a 7 in my system. One of the things that that worried me initially was that the Raiders are 31st in man coverage, so they don't use it very much. But I went down and as I did all of my coverages, Romo Dunze also got a 5 against cover 3, and the Chargers play that the 12th most. So he's top 6 in separation against defenses that they play a quarter of the time. So Romo Dunze, I got it early in the week. Romo Dunze over 59.5 receiving yards is one of my top 5 bets of the week. Ryan, what do you got?
Yeah, when I went to check to get Tony's bets in last night, I think what did I get Odunze at? It had most of Tony's had gone up. What did I get it at?
Yeah, all the sharps were already hammering it, so
Right. Hold
Which
on.
is a good thing, which makes me feel comfortable.
Odunze, I got it at 62.5.
Yeah, okay.
But this week, guys, we are going to have an Omari and Hampton coming out party. It is time.
Oh yeah.
Najee Harris is out for the year, so it is the Omari and Hampton show. Um, Guys, I went with his alternate Russian receiving line of 90 plus yards. When Najee went out last week, he just went off. He had like 150 all-purpose yards. When I got this, it was minus 106. I think since it's been bet a lot because I want to say it went to like minus 128.
Wow.
Yeah, it got bet a lot. Hold on, I'm looking right now. Alternate receiving. Where is it here?
Giants are bad, folks. I guess this is while
Right.
I vamp. Giants
Yeah,
defense.
guys, it even went worse. It's at 90 plus rushing receiving is at minus 130 right now. So I was glad I got it yesterday at minus 106, which is basically almost plus money.
Yeah.
So I really like the Omari and Hampton coming out show, and I think Vegas is thinking the same thing. If you guys want to do 100 plus, you can get 100 plus at plus 116 right now. But I think I'm going to keep it at 90 just for the show's sake. So yeah, it's going to be Omari and Hampton week.
Okay. All right, Waleed, your
Oh,
second top. Oh, go ahead.
I also forgot to say another reason that through the first 3 games this year, the Giants are giving up the 4th most fantasy points to running backs.
There you go. That's how you get fantasy points. All right, cool. So, Waleed, your second top 5 bet of the week. Lay it on us, my friend.
So J.K. Dobbins over 64.5 rushing yards is the smashiest of smash plays on Monday night. The Broncos are playing the Bengals. The Bengals' defensive line it's awful. Fun fact: how's that defensive coordinator they fired doing over in Indianapolis? Oh, he's doing really well. It's amazing how if you have players on defense, you look better as a defensive coordinator. I said at the time I thought he was being a scapegoat. History is proving me right. So through 3 weeks of the season, but you know me, I victory lap early. You got to get those shots in. But the offensive line grade matchup, I think it's number 2 on the week for the Broncos versus the Bengals, and the Bengals are like top 5 in yards before contact. And J.K. Dobbins has been a top 12 running back all 3 weeks in fantasy. This just seems like easy money to me, so I'm smashing this. I think J.K. Dobbins he's a nice value play this year.
Sure. I agree. I mean, Bengals 8th most adjusted yards before contact per attempt. They allow 4.5 yards a carry, and they allow the 6th most rushing yards per game to running backs at over 110. So, totally get it. My second play of the week, you're going to notice a theme here. Rome Odunze got a 7 in my system this week. Romeo Doubs also got a 7 this week. So my second top 5 bet of the week is Romeo Doubs to go over 39.5 receiving yards. Everybody wants to complain about the Packers passing issues. What receivers do I target? Whatever. Listen, man, I can't tell you season long, but I can tell you something about Matt LaFleur. He game plans to his opponents. So the Cowboys are 4th in the league at cover 3. Not only does Romeo Doubs average 3.86 yards per route run against cover 3, but he also has the best separation score in football against cover 3 for anyone that's run more than 10 routes this year. So Romeo Doubs, 39.5. I got it early. That is my second top 5 bet of the week. Ryan,
Nice.
take it away.
All right, guys. We said this last night on the podcast. The Carolina defense doing so well last week was a fluke. I don't see how Carolina can stop this high-powered New England offense. So my second top 5 bet of the week is Drake May over 208.5 passing yards. Guys, his last 3 games, last week, 268. 230 week 2, 287 week 1. I don't know why this line is so low. It just seems exploitable, especially against Carolina defense.
I can tell you exactly why this line is too low. If you look at their pass defense and their first 3 opponents, Jacksonville or Carolina has given up 178 yards, 211 yards, 201 yards. Which in a vacuum, you're like, oh wow, they're not giving up a lot of passing yards. But then you look at it's against Trevor Lawrence, Jacksonville Jaguars, Kyler Murray, Arizona Cardinals, Michael Penix.
Sure. Yeah.
So they're not allowing passing yards from quarterbacks who have been anywhere from mediocre to just straight up bad.
Right.
Drake May has not been that. I think that the market has kind of mispriced this. I thought this was a very sharp bet on your part.
Yeah, I mean, New England has shown that they have emerged from the Tom Brady retirement 5, 6, 7 years ago, and have finally gotten somewhat of an offense together. So I really like that this week. 208.5 seems so smashable.
All right, and then so Waleed, then tell us your third top 5 bet of the week.
Third top 5 bet of the week: Kyron Williams over 70.5 rushing yards against who are they playing? They're playing the Colts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rams.
This is I think this is the best offensive line to defensive line matchup of the week. And Kyron's gonna get his yards, so they're gonna feed it to him 20 times. He's gonna get there. I think this is a very easy play.
Okay.
Like it.
Yeah, I think that's a good play.
That was also, we were talking before the thing. That was one of the bets that I had that didn't make top five. But
Yeah, Ryan was like, "Do you guys like this bet?" I'm like, "Yeah, I like it a lot. It made my
take a
top
look at the
five."
spreadsheet, jerk.
Can't you read, Ryan? I'm sorry. I need to show more respect to our Viscount because he is still the Viscount of Gambletown.
It's true. So my third top five bet of the week is Cortland Sutton. Cortland Sutton, I got at 60.5 receiving yards. Cortland Sutton is elite against cover 4, and we will see him going against cover 4 quite a bit. Hilariously, as I'm running through the numbers, my guys that have the top 5 separation scores so far this year against cover 4, Sutton is 5th, Marvin Mims is 1st, but Marvin Mims's yards per route run is minus .09 yards per route run against cover.
Another reason why I hate Sean Payton.
Fuck you, Sean
Payton. Marvin Mims is the clear wide receiver 2 on that team if they just fucking used him right. And he's got this thing. He likes his running back rotation. He likes his wide receiver rotation because he's got to be smarter. I like that he told us that he had Bo Nix rated higher than Caleb Williams. How's that looking so far?
Yeah, congrats, bro. Okay, Ryan, your third top 5 bet of the week.
Guys, we're going to the Bears game, except we're going with Mr. Brock Bowers over 57.5 receiving yards. Right now, guys, the Bears are allowing 27% of all their targets against them to be targets to tight ends. That is the highest in the NFL.
How much of that was inflated by Jake Ferguson last week? Jake Ferguson, through 3 weeks, is on pace for 211 targets for less than 1,000 yards receiving.
Sure, but I think Vegas is going to have a good chance, especially if the Bears come out and show some points right away. Vegas is going to have to pass. And Brock Bowers is the number 1 tight end in the NFL. And 57.5 seems like a low line for him, especially when his lines were between 60 and 75 towards the end of last season. He had that knee injury coming out of week 2, but I don't think that's really going to hinder him. And I was kind of shocked too that his reception line was only at 5.5. Usually he's 6.5.
I think they're still concerned about the knee injury, but he's coming off of. But he was
practiced all week.
Yeah, he practiced all week in full.
He's fine. He had no tag, so that's why I was like, sure, I'm smashing this 57.5.
Well, I mean, since I'm next anyway, I'm just going to tell you that's also one of my top 5 bets of the week. Brock Bowers over 57.5 receiving yards. One other point I want to add to this: T.J. Edwards, probably the best cover linebacker on the Bears, is out. So,
yes.
Yeah, Brock Bowers, 57.5. He's going to wreck the Bears. I'm resigned to it. I'll be honest. This game, I love the over.
Oh yeah, this game's going to be so fun to watch, just like last week's game. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of points, and hopefully
not a lot of defense.
Yeah, it's going to be a shootout. I hope this game's just back and forth lead changes. That'd be so cool. Because we don't get to see it. Because we don't get to see a lot of Bears games like that. And this year, there's potential for a lot of that. But, yeah, Brock Bowers, let's do it.
We've seen a lot of that, but most of the scoring was on another team.
Right, exactly.
we all lived through the Eberflus defense, where it's you gave up 46, you gave up 35, right. You gave up 28, you gave up...
It's always... Yeah, remember that what I don't remember what this commercial was for. Something for the NFL, and there's just this guy a really fat guy on a treadmill, and he just stopped walking and he's just moving backwards on the treadmill because he's so disappointed at whatever game he's watching. That's the Bears the last few years, but we got some hopes this year.
Yep. All right, so my fourth bet of the week is what we kind of talked about earlier. Is Amon-Ra St. Brown over 64.5 receiving yards. This is the one that I think is the one that I'm sweating the most. I'm also though honestly, man, he's had
wide receiver. He's wide receiver 2 on the year,
and he's had 5 catches or more and 53 or more scrimmage yards in 13 of his last 14 games. Not only is he an elite man beater, but the Browns play man the third highest rate in the league. And
That's true.
sure, like they got burners out there, but they haven't played someone to Amon-Ra's caliber yet. The best receivers they've played this year are Matthew Golden and Zay Flowers.
Sure.
Yeah,
So
no, I agree.
and we talked about this with our homie Zachy in the Discord this morning. There's a good chance the Lions just decide to go belt to ass and just beat the shit out of Cleveland. Like
Damn. Hall and Oates, man beater.
it's just, once again, Ryan's just hitting homers all
God damn,
weekend.
you're just
Ryan's refreshed, came back from vacation. He's just got
Yeah.
heaters lined up.
yeah.
Right.
He's been the last 48 hours. Ryan is bringing it.
Ryan's
I had some time, to myself to think out on the middle of the water.
Oh,
All right,
and his retreat his presidential retreat in Gambletown.
It's true.
That's right.
So Ryan, what's your fourth bet of the week?
Guys, another running back smash this week. And I don't know if you guys can shed any insight to this as why there's no alternate rushing or receiving props yet. So you can only find the lines that Vegas has set. So going with James Cook over 92.5 rushing and receiving yards. James Cook's going to have a day, guys. And
But what's he going to do in the second quarter?
Yeah, true. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, he's going to get this probably in the first half.
That's why I said that. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Right. And he's even part of my millionaire bet this week, but I'll get to that later. So
sorry.
James Cook over 92.5. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know why there's no alternate. Because I was looking to do like a 100-yard alternate. But they don't have any lines for any players for alternate rush receiving. They just have the lines that Vegas has set. The Saints are giving up the 7th most fantasy points to running backs this year. So I think that can translate into some yardage and receiving yards for James Cook.
Even we're all forecasting this game to be hilarious. So super producer Josh on the podcast last night was like Devin Neal breakout game. And
well, did you see the report that Kamara wants a trade or is looking for a trade?
Good for him.
Yeah,
really.
Good for him if that's true. And in the golf league that we all play in, where you have to get as few points as possible without hitting 0, I have Jake Browning at quarterback, but I have decided that this game is going to be such a blowout that I have picked up and I'm going to start Mitchell Trubisky as my golf league quarterback.
I love it.
So
I'm telling you, like, it's a risky play. As I said on the pod, there's a chance he still throws for like 2 touchdowns.
But he's coming in and he's taking 3 knees, and I'm going to end the game with 0.9 points from my quarterback.
Hey.
So you can get minus 108 odds right now on Bills over 31.5 points. I'm trying to look for the alternates because I might just bet the over just because I think the Bills can score 48.5 points.
Sure. While you do that, Wally, tell us your fifth of your top 5 bets of the week.
Well, when I see what Caleb Williams did last week against the Dallas Cowboys defense, I can't help but look at Jordan Love over 235.5 passing yards and thinking he's going to wreck them. Like, sure. I think that passing over, this is a Jordan Love week. This feels like him throwing for 300 yards very easily.
I like that. I think this is also a Jordan Love week. Okay. So my last of my top 5 bets of the week, I'm going to go with Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen got a 5 in my system, so not like the best of the best, but I had 2 7s, 2 6s, and a 5, and I gave them to you in that order. In his first 3 games since joining the Chargers, he's had 5 or more catches, 61 or more yards, and a touchdown. He is I like both receivers for this game. I like Ladd and Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
But I like Keenan Allen's line was at 49.5 when I got it on Wednesday. So I think this is an easy cover. I'm not worried about Keenan. I think if somehow the Giants can keep this game competitive, everybody eats on that offense. So
yeah, that line went up too. I got it at 50.5 last night,
which is still not bad.
That's
Yeah.
still an easy smash. It's still 10 yards less than what he's been getting. Like,
Right.
Right. All right, Ryan, your last of the top 5 bets of the week.
All right, guys. It's Hunter Henry redemption. I was on him earlier in the year, and then the third week, of course, I faded him, and he went off for 2 touchdowns and 90 yards. So this week, surprisingly, his reception line is not at 4.5. It's only at 3.5. It's juiced to -152. But I think that's easy, especially if I think Drake May is going to throw for over 208 yards. Henry's going to be at least 5-6 catches.
honestly, when I bet this, I'm like, as a single bet, I'm probably going to juice it at 4.5 because, here's the facts. Hunter Henry leads that team in targets and air yards. Like, everyone's asking, like, everyone keeps talking about who's the wide receiver that's going to emerge. He's already emerged, and his name is Hunter Henry. Like,
Correct.
that's, like, we're overthinking. Like, I think it's because the last couple of years, Henry's had a couple of those games where he kind of blows up and then he fades into obscurity, and they assume it's going to happen this year. I don't think that is the case. He looks like the best receiver on this team.
Well,
Yeah.
we also have a new offensive coordinator, right? So
A new offensive coordinator who loves the tight end position historically.
right. Okay. So you could see on the screen our top 5 bets of the week, so no need to waste my breath rerunning them. So Ryan being the parlay king last week, why don't you tell us your parlays this week? But before you do, why don't you tell us how your parlay hit last week, because that was funny.
Oh yeah,
I take umbrage with that.
we sweated that one out because let's see, we needed. Didn't what happened with the Jets game? Because Jets were.
Well,
playing
I will
Tampa,
tell
right?
you right now, the Jets were playing Tampa, and
22-point
they
comeback?
blew a 20-point lead,
Yeah.
so they almost lost that. What was the
Right.
first game? It was
Was it Chargers?
well,
Might have been
those were the
Chargers.
last 2 games. It was Chargers and you know what? I gotta
Oh,
look at the.
We got it right here. Or no, we don't.
No, we hit the sheet. So now I'm
Anyways,
trying to.
whatever. Tell us about how the Bucks come back in the last minute to go
Right.
ahead, even though they surrendered all those points.
Oh,
Your second game was a tight game too, and then your last game was the Jordan Davis blocked field goal.
Yep, that's right.
yeah, the Eagles were down like big, and then had a 21-point run to come back, and then the Chargers and 49ers game like came down to last second field goals. Like we
No, it was
sweated that one.
Carolina and Carolina and San Francisco. Yeah, because it was a 4-leg, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. So Ryan, your money line parlay this week.
So I got another 4-leg money line this week, guys. We're going Chargers, we're going Rams, we're going Chicago, and we're going Baltimore. That gives you 584 odds. I just put 5 on it to win 34 and some change.
And then your same game.
My same game parlay this week, guys, is from the Chargers game. I'm going with one of my top 5 bets, Hampton's 90 plus rushing and receiving. I'm going with Tony's Keenan Allen over 50.5. I'm going with the Chargers money line, and I'm going with the Scatabo 70 plus rushing and receiving. That gives you plus 549 odds. I put another 5 on that to win 32 and some change.
Okay.
What was your nickname for Cam Scadaboo?
DEI me and Pierce.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, look, dude, I'm not gonna lie, I'm trying to abandon my priors and be like, look, this guy was fun to watch because I had so much Tyrone Tracy this year.
Mhm.
But
He's not playing, right?
no,
Well, he's
out
hurt.
for a
That's
few
all.
weeks.
He's hurt,
But-
which means that Scadaboo has a chance to like do some damage.
But do some damage. The guy that runs with his head directly down, I'm definitely like, all right, guys, enjoy this while it lasts, because that's a
Right.
really, really dangerous
I-
way to run.
It was
I
fun to
get
watch,
the
though.
love for him because he just like runs like he's on fire. So it looks fun, but it doesn't look efficient.
I know why people like Cam Scatabo, because we live in the same country where 70,000 people went to a memorial for Charlie Kirk.
Oh,
So-
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Not Cam Scadabo's fault, by the way. I'm not blaming.
No.
He's more Chet Hanks than Charlie Kirk. All right. So Waleed, who also hit a parlay last week, tell us about your plays.
And yet only one of us is a parlay king. We're all parlay kings. We all have the same parlay record.
Not for long.
You're right, because I'm about to go 2-0, guys. This week, I went a little bit lighter on this. I did, instead of taking a specific receiving touchdown, I'm doing 3-leggers, and I'm doing it the same way I did last week because I think I had some success because one of these games is going to break out to make this profitable. I didn't even set my line on one of these.
Both your parlays are from the same game.
Yeah, they are, but they're specifically. But I think if CeeDee Lamb doesn't get hurt, that second one would have hit. Honestly,
Probably.
It just didn't happen. So my first parlay of the week is Rome Odunze adjusted line of 80 yards, Caleb adjusted line of 250 yards, and Caleb 1.5 passing touchdowns. A $5 bet will pay $4. At plus 408, will pay $25.45. And I don't know why I didn't write down in the sheet what the actual odds are for the other ones. So
Yeah.
do you mind do your parlays, and then I'm going to do some math real quick.
Sure. I wanted something that was going to make the London game interesting because I don't think it's going to be. So my same game parlay is Jordan Mason to go 70+ rushing yards, a Justin Jefferson anytime touchdown, and the Minnesota money line. I got that at plus 324, hung 10 on it to bring back 42.50. And then my money line parlay, actually there's a lot of overlap here with Ryan. I went Chargers and Rams, and then instead of Bears Ravens like Ryan did, I just took the 49ers to whoop up on Jacksonville. So Chargers, Rams, 49ers, $10 at plus 225 would bring me back 32.53.
Yeah, I that London game, I think I'm taking the under on 40.5.
Dude, I really, that was my, on the podcast this week, listen to TH Fantasy Podcast, we had Josh and Waleed in last night. My game that I was least looking forward to this week is that game itself. I'm excited that there's going to be Europe football. I'm going to watch it, but it's like, I have a feeling by the second quarter, everyone's going to be like, yeah, this game fucking sucks.
Right.
Oh,
Come on, guys. Rodgers is not sleeping in his normal bed. You know, like, it's just going to be... And Minnesota's defense is going to just stifle, I think, their offense. Warren's questionable. And who are they going to get? Gainwell?
Sure.
I'm not even sure Caleb Johnson traveled to London.
Right. They left his ass in America.
Right. Yeah, the way
I just see Caleb Johnson standing at the tarmac like, guys.
Yeah, right. Everyone told them to show up at 6:00. They told them to show up at 6:30.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, your last.
You got to feed Kenneth Gainwell, guys. That's what it is.
Got to get him his
Right.
touches.
We got to give Jeremy Ruckert his touches.
I'm excited for that game because I think like Steelers are frauds. They should be 0-3, and they're going to get wrecked by that defense, and I'm here for it.
Hell yeah.
So your third parlay, my friend.
My other parlay in that game, I'm also doing an adjusted line with Geno at over 275 yards passing, over 1.5 passing TDs, and Brock Bowers over 70 yards receiving. I got plus 403 on that, so a $5 bet will pay $25.80.
Okay.
The way I look at that, one of those bets is for sure going to hit, and I think there's a good chance both of them can hit. And if just one of them hits, it makes me very profitable on the day for my parlays. So.
Okay.
If the game script goes how we think it is, 31-27 or something like that, both of those will hit for sure.
Yep.
All right, then let's do our millionaire bet. Ryan is on a roll. He's the president and Lord and Savior of Gambletown. So why don't you tell us your millie bet this week?
That was so I've hit my millie bet 2 out of 3 weeks, right?
Yeah, 1 and 3. Yep.
Let's see. So this week, guys, taking a gamble on James Cook. I'm taking that 23.50 that I have combined from last week's Rome Odunze touchdown. And at plus 280, I'm taking James Cook for 2 touchdowns.
That's so money. I love that.
That's going to net me a little under $90 if that hits.
Yeah. And so, Waleed, go ahead. Your millie bet.
So I told you this is a Rome week. Rome Odunze over 100 yards receiving. I think that's where he gets getting plus 350 on that. So a $10 bet will pay me $45.
Okay.
Wow, it's a 350 for 100 yards. That's crazy.
It's a great price, right? Because if you look at last week's game, he kind of had a quiet week, but he was breaking a giant touchdown if Caleb looks his way on one of them. He could have easily had over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns against that Cowboys defense. It just happened to go another direction. And I think that he, like Tony said, he's the best separator in football. Like, he's been, and
looks like it, yeah.
And the Raiders defense is not that good. So
it is not. No, it is not. Okay, and my millionaire bet is a Ladd McConkey anytime touchdown at plus 175.
Okay.
I think Ladd McConkey has a good week. I agree.
I think we have permafried our own brains to expect things to start off great in fantasy football. I think we are so addicted to short form content that when something takes more time than we thought it was going to take, we all get frustrated. And give me
it's the beginning of the season.
And let's be honest.
We're excited about everything.
Right. If you were a defense the first few weeks, what is your number one goal? It's to take out Ladd McConkey. And they've done it, and what's happened is Keenan and Quentin Johnson have been record.
Right.
Quentin Johnson looks legitimately good, and all that's going to do is open things up for Ladd McConkey. He's going to get his, and this is a good spot for it to happen.
Correct. So, all right, so those are our Millie bets. So let's talk DFS. Let's hop into our DFS state of mind. Let me put on my DFS cap here for a minute. Josh, super producer Josh, joining us. Do you have a quarterback you'd like to play this week?
So I'm gonna go with kind of the sentiment. You can tell we're kind of in an echo chamber. I'm going Caleb Williams for 5,800 on DraftKings. So.
Okay. Ryan, your quarterback.
This week, let's see. I'm going to stay low, and for fantasy purposes, I'm going to go Drake May.
Drake May, a.k.a. Gorp. Waleed.
Like, Caleb was my guy, but I'm going to do a little pivot here because I think actually a nice value here. Geno Smith at 5,400 it's a good price.
I agree. My original play on DraftKings, Ryan's is on FanDuel, so different scoring. Not that it really matters. I don't think Drake May is going to throw for 300 yards and get that bonus. Drake May was mine, but I'm pivoting to the quarterback that I believe is going to lead the week in rushing yards. I can see this guy going for at least 80 and a touch on the ground. It's a guy I really don't like for fantasy, but I'm going to go with Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, shit.
You know what? Patrick Mahomes getting a lot of buzz this week, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. But
he's been pretty decent in fantasy this season quietly.
I think he's gonna get 8 points, 7 points just with his feet alone this week.
Mm-hmm. And the Ravens' defense is not good.
They haven't been, no.
Right,
which is surprising.
Bringing Worthy back is good. So he's my pivot. My original play is Drake May, but I'm pivoting to Mahomes because I don't want to double up.
Yeah.
Josh, tell us your running back.
So my running back is James Cook this week.
Okay.
Hell yeah. I love it.
He's going to run all over those New Orleans Saints. So.
Okay.
I love it.
Ryan, your running back?
That was mine, James Cook, but I also have another one invested in this show, so I'm going to go with Omarion Hampton. It's going to be his breakout.
I love it.
I have both in my lineup. So
that makes it easy for me.
I did, Josh. I did that in a super flex. I did, yeah.
All right.
So my running back that I really like is Ashton Genty this week. He's gotten really cheap. Bears run defense are giving up 3.11 yards before contact. Like, it's one of the it's a bad matchup for the Bears. The Bears are one of the worst run defenses in football. So if there was ever a week for Ashton Genty to get right, it's this week. And I love playing like talented running backs against bad defense. So
okay. My running back was Ashton Genty, so I'm gonna pivot. My running back play this week will be Kyron Williams.
Love it.
He's cheap enough now. He's down at like 62 that he's not a top 5 most expensive play because he doesn't catch passes and there's threat of Blake Corum. Guys, I really, really think this is the week that we start to see that the Colts have some potential fraud going on. Because I mean,
some
everybody's
Daniel Jones luck been going on.
Can I tell you? I think the opposite. I think this is going to be a closer game. I think the Rams are going to win, but I think that the Colts are going to make it competitive.
Who has
I don't think the Colts
Indiana
keep up.
played the last 3 weeks? Right?
They beat a good Denver defense.
They played
Well-
Denver, Tennessee, and who was week 1?
They play Houston.
I think you're
They
right.
might have. Yeah.
It
But
might have
this
been
is
Houston.
the Rams might be the first good team that they play on offense.
I mean, okay, I know I get what you're saying. Their defense might be fraudulent, but I think that offense is legit. I understand why. To be clear, the Rams are one of the elite teams in football. The Colts are not on that tier, but I do think the Colts are a good team from what I've seen. Like they look good. That first week was Miami Dolphins, so yeah, no wonder they tried.
No, they actually opened against the Chargers. They played against the Chargers last week, and then they played the Colts the week before, and then it was Miami in week 1. You said?
The Colts. The Colts played Miami,
Colts
the
played
Titans,
Miami.
and the
I was talking about
Broncos.
Denver.
Yeah,
My bad.
Oh,
I'm an idiot.
yeah.
You're good. All right. So Josh, your wide receiver play of the week.
So my wide receiver play is Zay Flowers. He's really taken a leap this year as like their number one receiving threat, and I think he could quietly end up to be wide receiver 1 on the year this year. So
Sure.
Okay, ballin'. All right, Ryan.
This one's out of a little left field because he's in the middle, but I think he gets back to his number 1 wide receiver status this week. Last week it was the Trey Tucker show, but this week against the Bears it's going to be the Jacoby Myers show.
I love
He's
Jacoby
good.
Myers this week.
He's good for a touchdown and 70 yards, I think.
Okay. Waleed, your receiver.
You will pry Roma Dunze from my cold dead hands. He's still he's going up in price, but he still isn't being properly valued. Roma Dunze is still like one of the best values in fantasy, and I'm going to keep buying until someone proves me wrong.
Okay. So then for me, considering this is my 3rd guy in a row that I need to pivot to an alternate guy.
I'm sorry.
No. I have Drake May, Ashton Genty, and Romo Dunze as my DFS plays. I'm gonna pivot to Michael Pittman. I think that,
I love it.
I said on the pod last night if I had to make one crazy bet this week, it was that Michael Pittman was going to end the week as a top 5 fantasy receiver. I think if this offense, if they want to compete, then they're going to have to throw the fucking ball. And Michael Pittman is elite against cover 3. Rams play cover 3. This game has one of the highest over-unders on the slate. So I am going to take I think everyone is going to be on Puka, as they should be. Everyone's going to be on Devontae Adams, as they should be. But if this game's going to shoot out, give me the wide receiver 1 on the other side for a team that's also got a projected team total over 20.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So that's my Michael Pittman. Josh, who's your tight end this week?
my tight end is a run back from last week. They don't have CeeDee Lamb. They're going to be going up against a good defense. I think Jake Ferguson is going to be a safety blanket for Dak. So give me Jake Ferguson.
Big Ferg. All right, Ryan.
Ferg.
Is he on the main slate?
No, he's on Sunday night.
Yeah,
Sunday night. Big Ferg. I think he's good for 15 catches on 20 targets.
15 catches, 84 yards.
Yeah.
Let's see. My tight end this week. It's this one's tough because I really like Bowers and I really like Henry. I think with the lineup.
If it's any consolation, whichever one you don't take is the one I'm taking. So
then I'll
those
just
are my
go.
top 2 guys too.
I'll just go with Bowers. Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
But all my DFS this week, I either have Bowers or Henry. That's it. I didn't deviate to anyone else.
Okay.
well, I'm going with Henry because, like I said, he's the wide receiver 1 on that team. I'm taking him at his price. He's got the best potential to like outperform. He can legitimately finish his tight end 1. He did it last week.
Yeah, and I think Drake May got that spark back and that one-on-one eyeball connection together. They got
Okay.
that shit locked down.
This will be my 4th DFS pivot in a row. So instead of Hunter Henry, because now everyone that I've picked has been.
You know what? If you want, I actually have a third pivot.
No, fuck you. I'm the one that's going to be cool here.
Okay.
I say that with love.
I know you
Everyone
do.
knows I'm not cool. I'm going with the guy that's been getting a lot of sneaky hype this week because of how well he played last week, and it kind of flew under the radar. And there's been an injury, and we will be missing Will Dissly this week. So my tight end is Arande Gadsden for the Chargers.
Oh, love
shit.
it.
The Great Gatsby.
Damn.
Thank
The Great Gadsden.
And just like TJ Ecclesburg's billboard with the eyes, Arande Gadsden is going to come in and tell everybody "fuck the Jazz age" and catch a touchdown.
Damn. That's almost as bad as my Hunter Long touchdown prediction from last
That was
night's
hardcore,
episode.
dude. Hardcore. Hunter Long.
If that happens, I should just go in and put $1 on that.
Brenton
You
Strange
should.
fans in shambles.
Ooh, I gotta look that up.
Josh, your fantasy defense of the week.
I'm going straight chalk on this one. I'm going Packers. They're gonna eat up Dallas. It's not gonna look good.
I
Okay.
mean, it's not a bad bet.
Ryan, your defense.
Going New England.
Love it. Waleed?
So I'm paying down. I'm taking the Titans defense against the
damn it.
Texans. Did you? I'm sorry.
Wow.
Houston's offense is broken. And they're the 3rd cheapest defense, so it lets me pay up elsewhere.
We need to, We need to do another bit where it's like the most we need to award a prize to the most pivots forced.
This has never happened to me. All 5.
Yeah,
All 5.
That's so funny.
Talk about your fucking echo chambers here.
Yeah.
So my pivot here is the Washington Commanders going against the Atlanta Falcons. I think that I do appreciate that Bijan is going to go crazy, but I am not a Michael Penix believer. So I think Washington.
Neither is Michael Penix at this point.
Correct. I could see a special teams touchdown. I could see a couple interceptions. And so that's my pivot from Tennessee because I really like Tennessee as a defense that's probably not going to get you 16 points, but could hopefully get you 7.
Yeah.
They'll give up 17 points, but they might get 5 sacks and a fumble recovery. So however you get there, you get there. I don't think Tennessee is going to win anybody weeks, but hopefully the guys you get by paying down will help you.
Yeah,
Right.
That's exactly the strategy with that.
So those are our
Right.
guys. Go ahead, John or Ryan. My bad.
A Hunter Long touchdown is plus 2,500.
You got to put your dollar down because that's going to be
I'm
the hardest
doing it.
flex ever.
I'm doing it right now. I'm using some of my bonus bets. I'm gonna use $1 of my bonus bets.
That's beautiful. Okay, so real quick, Josh, run me through your DFS core 5.
My core 5 is Caleb Williams, James Cook, Zay Flowers, Jake Ferguson, and actually, Green Bay. I said Green Bay. I'll go Green Bay. But I did a Titans pay down in my actual lineup.
Ryan, your core 5 guys.
What we just went over?
Yeah, your DFS guys.
I already forgot. I had Jacoby Myers. I had
Drake
Brock
May.
Bowers, Drake May,
Omarion
And
Hampton,
Omari and Hampton,
and the
Yep.
Patriots defense.
Patriots. Yep.
Waleed, your 5.
On my 5, I got Geno Smith, I got Ashton Genty, I got Roma Dunze, I got Hunter Henry, and I got the Titans.
The 5 that I'm going with, my pivot lineup, Patrick Mahomes, Kyron Williams, Michael Pittman, Arande Gadsden, and the Washington Commanders. So that's it. That's week
Nice.
4, guys. We are almost a month into this whole crazy experiment we call football, and life is fucking good. I'm pretty excited about it. I think we're going to win big this week, get back on the horse. So hopefully you're following us, and let's make some money this week.
Oh, Hell yeah.
You have right now Wally Dismail and Josh Chuboff, Ryan Edgecombe, Tony Steele all together. We are all part of the larger Football Absurdity TH Fantasy Media conglomerate. Wally does defensive streamers for the website. Both of these guys joined us on the TH Fantasy podcast last night. It's in your feeds today. What else you guys got? Anything else to plug?
No, that's it.
Not really.
Cool.
Oh, like I remember I was saying earlier about Tampa Bay that
Yeah, the Godwin's in.
Godwin and Baker are both expected to play. So since Baker came back to Tampa in 2023, they are 15-6 against the spread as underdogs. So I like Tampa plus 3.5.
Okay.
Extra bonus bet from Ryan.
That's right.
Kick ass. Well, then, until we meet again next week, my friends, good luck. Happy betting. Enjoy football. Don't go crazy if your guy isn't a wide receiver one yet this year. It's a long season.
But we'll talk next week, though.
Oh, yeah, we'll be here next week, baby. Check for TH Fantasy in your podcast feeds. Watch. I'll be doing the Start and Sit show tomorrow at 11 Central Time on the FA YouTube and Twitch channels. Join us on the Discord, Football Absurdity Discord, and yeah, good luck. And if you make some money, give it to us.
Hell yeah.